Hello and welcome to Mzansi Stories Recap. I am back yet again reviewing one of your Mzansi favorites soapies, and in this video we are reviewing umkhokhathecurse. Now ziyakhala zikulaw speaker for Unum. This is after Unum has completely lost her eyesight. Now it started with Untutuko kind of saying umthembu, and umthembu was telling Untutu ukuthi kumele aphume laphayana endlini where she shares a house with Unumkhosi, because it appears that Umthembu wants better things for Untutugo, so therefore Umthembu took Untutugo out of the house straight to the Mthembu main residence. And now when the Mthembus woke up and they found out Untutugo is home, obviously they were all surprised with how did a child manage to reach the residence all by himself. Worse, because they also have security guards, so it's a matter of how did he even pass by, and they've never even noticed, because it seems like they found Untutugo in the morning. So Untutugo does explain he was actually led by umkhulu umthembu. Now in the meantime, she woke up and realized that Untutugo is not home. Whilst she's still dealing with the fact that Untutugo is lost, she realized that she is losing her eyesight. She is completely going blind. She then started praying, asking for Umthembu to return back her eyesight. She realized that's not working also, and therefore she found a walking stick. Baby girl was just in the streets desperately asking for help and asking everybody to lead her to esontweni etempelini lenkosi. Finally she was led to etempelini lenkosi. Therefore, she went there looking for Uzamogolo, Uspamandla, asking that if maybe Uspamandla could put hands on her, pray for her, perhaps her eyesight could return. Now, when Unumkhosi made a grand entrance and shocked and surprised everyone who was in the church, seeing that Unumkhosi has now gone blind was something that was very shocking to many, even Uspamandla himself. But then Uspamandla decided to do the right thing, which is to bring back Unumkhosi to the main house of the Mthembus. Now, in our next episode, we see mamzobe eganwe unwabu kesana indlela kade edinwe ngayo. She then goes to schools, Undlovu's wives, going and saying that listen up, listen here, and listen attentively. If you all still love and care for your husband, you would advise him into letting go of this nonsense of himself calling umkhululi. There is no such a thing. Dlovu could never and will never be umkhululi. Did he not learn anything from my punishments? I love this new mamzobe. As much as it's kind of difficult to get used to this new mamzobe, but honestly, I'm in love with the new mamzobe, She then says that the mkhululi thinking it's only reserved for them temples. Okay, no one else can ever be umkhululi except them temples. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Then Ndlovu's wives, they say, yo mamzobe, we tried almost everything that we could to convince Undlovu that he needs to let go of this whole nonsensical of himself calling himself umkhululi, because it's never gonna be okay. It's not ideal. He will never become umkhululi. Well, mamzobe says that clearly you all did not try enough. At this young age, you honestly want to be widowed. because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to become umfelokazi at such a young age if you do not change your ways and your behaviors and start acting your age, especially with Undlovu, telling Undlovu that he needs to drop and let go of calling himself Umkhululi, because that can never be. Especially coming from mamzobe, from someone who have experience, who tried all means to be the next umkhululi, and umkhululi, rather umvelase, just kept on revealing that the position of umkhululi is only reserved for his son, which is uSphamandla. No one else can ever obtain that position except uSphamandla himself. So mamzobe knows this and understands this better than anyone. But of course, Ndlovu's wives ask that maybe perhaps it would be better if the person who speaks to umkhululi will be mamzobe himself, And mamzobe is like, no, I cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot do that for you. You are his wives. It is therefore your obligation and your duty to talk to him, not me, okay? It's your job to convince your husband to let go all this madness of himself becoming the next Mkhululi, because what's gonna happen to him, Ulaga Lugam Tembu, will definitely fall on him, and it's not gonna be the nicest and the pitiest thing ever, and that's how umamzobe loves abafazi bakandlovu. Shame bandla abafazi bakandlovu. I kind of sympathize with them, because it seems like really they don't really have much of a say in this marriage. It's those kind of traditional marriage that are set up in the way that whatever that a man says goes, or nothing, okay? So it's definitely set up in that instance that as much as they would love to convince Undlovu to let go of all the madness, they really just do not have the power to, because they cannot convince Undlovu otherwise, and really Undlovu does not take them serious on what they say. Now, in the next video, we do see that abafazi bakandlovu have decided to go, what, enough is enough. They have to approach their husband, and vele as soon as Undlovu came back, they did inform Undlovu ukuthi actually umamzobe was in the house later on, coming to warn them that now that umkhokha has went blind, it means things really are shaking up, and they cannot help it but fear that they are the next one to get a punishment from Umvelase. Of course, Undlovu, being Undlovu, turns a blind eye to whatever that his wives are telling him, and saying that he's definitely not afraid of umvelase, umvelase, and especially because he feels it in his plight that umvelase is by his side, and umvelase really want him to take over and succeed after ukhulekani and be the next umkhululi. And uyasho la uNdlovu ukuthi nabantu kade befa mhlawumbe babulawa ubona umvelase, that's just because they are too weak. Yena, he's a very great strong man. He even goes as far as threatening his wives, saying that what, he's just really tired of his wives nagging. If they feel like they cannot be part of the family anymore, maybe they should perhaps go and leave him. And also, if they think that uSphamandla have greater powers as umkhululi, maybe they should go and join in Sphamandla's church. Yena nje akayingeni indaba lolaka lukamvelase, ulaka lukamvelase makwenze njani lona lelo laka, futhi why ulaka lukamvelase luzovele likhethe nje ukwehlela yena. I mean, Undlovu is being very much naive, if you ask me. He's definitely being naive, because if Umvelase can punish and kill his son ukhulekani, and also do the same with his daughter-in-law Unum, whomst is Undlovu, honestly. So I'm one of those who's just expecting a great punishment for Undlovu. I feel like he absolutely deserves to be punished by Umvelase, not after his wives went out of their way trying to convince him that, you know what, they are happy with their life, they do not want more. In other words, Ndlovu's wives are not greedy. They do not want more than what God has in store for them. What God did not plan for them, they do not want it, and they do not desire to have it. But unfortunately, they are with a greedy man who wants all of it and more. So Undlovu is just like, Lalela, Mina, I will not let go of this Mkhululi's house. I feel like I am worthy and deserving of being in Mkhululi's house. So therefore, as the next Mkhululi, I will remain here. Like I said, anyone who is or who wants to leave is more than welcome to leave. So therefore, Ndlovu left his wives. They are left discussing, like kind of traumatized actually with the fact that things are just not going on their way, things are just not going on their way. They've planned, and they would have really you can tell that Ndlovu's wives are sincere, are one of those sincere women who care less about money, who don't really who are not money driven, especially with greedy. They honestly would do anything to go back to their simple lives and live as simple as they were living before. But Ndlovu, as the one who is money driven, powerly driven, and not willing, definitely not willing to let go of anything, especially money. Yo, hi guys, kuninzi and ngiwani. Now in the next scene, we see that uSiphamandla has invited uNomkhosi to move in with them. This definitely does not sit well with uManzimande, who schools uSiphamandla for doing so, saying that uNomkhosi betrayed the family, and now she is getting the punishment that she deserves. But uSiphamandla is just like, listen, Ma, we have already made so many mistakes. We let uNokubonga go. Now we also gonna let uNomkhosi go. Like, just so many things have happened in just a short period of time, and personally I am just not here for it. I'm not here for it. So please, uNomkhosi will remain in the house until further notice. uManzimande then decided to go and consult with uMaphalala, because now again uManzimande she is delusional. She still believes that uNomkhosi is kind of acting and faking everything. And uMaphalala is just like, no, unfortunately, uNomkhosi is not acting and is not faking anything. Indeed, she is blind, and that's the punishment that Umvelase saw her with of it. Meanwhile, uNomkhosi is kind of talking to her son, and it appears that uNtuthuko actually wants nothing, absolutely nothing to do with uNomkhosi, but uNomkhosi is very much persuading, especially because uNtuthuko is scared. A lot of changes are happening in his life, and he's just a young boy. I mean, he just lost his father. Now his mother is going blind, so it's a lot to process for a small brain like Ntuthuko's. Luckily, uMabusi was eardropping to their conversation and realizing how heartbroken uNomkhosi is, realizing that she cannot reach her son. So mother to mother, I guess, motherly instincts kicked in on uMabusi, and she then decided that, you know what, she is going to heal uNomkhosi. She therefore asked for permission to her husband, which uSamcolo at first was a bit reluctant, but understand that his wife has a good, genuine heart. So he did kind of give it a go ahead. Whilst they were in a healing room, uNomkhosi is very much appreciative of uMabusi, saying, "Ngiyabonga Mabusi, like angazi ukuthi bengayini futhi bengingenzani ngaphandle kwakho." Well, uMabusi says, "Lalela sisi, I need and I have to emphasize that all this, I'm not doing it for you. I am doing it for Untuthuko. Untuthuko needs a mother, and that's that. But you know I'm not doing it for you. Whilst they were still busy like that, uManzimande walked in the room furious and angry, and we have seen that uManzimande has approached uMabusi before, talking about that. I mean, whatever that she's going through, it's nothing compared to what is coming. Tembu haven't just started even, okay? What's coming, it's worse, you know? So therefore now uManzimande is seeing and realizing that uMabusi is willing to heal uNomkhosi. It makes uManzimande angry, like furious. One thing, somebody can please tell me, why is uManzimande so angry? According to me, her anger is not valid at all. I feel like uManzimande, you know, she finds it easier to blame uNomkhosi alone and be like, oh yeah, it's your fault that, you know, my son is no more, da 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 da. But that was both their decisions. I know uNomkhosi kind of became even more of a villain at some point, but honestly it was more of their decisions. You know, they both decided to go against their family, and uKhulekani and I at some point kind of enjoyed being umkhululi, you know. So for me, the anger towards uNomkhosi is not valid, because this then says that should it be uKhulekani who returned back home blind, it says that uManzimande was going to welcome uKhulekani with both arms, and even seek and request uNomkhosi to assist, not uNomkhosi, uMabusi, to assist uKhulekani into maybe trying to make sure that can't maybe he gets his eyesight back. Okay, double standards, and those are double standards that I'm absolutely not happy about, that uManzimande decided to be that evilish mother in love. I'm sorry about that, you all. I am so sorry. Now uManzimande walked in on uMabusi trying to assist uNomkhosi. This of course did not sit well with uManzimande, who then asked uMabusi to never ever again go behind their back and try to assist uNomkhosi. And whilst uNomkhosi was still asking nicely kuManzimande, you know, I do need all the assistance in the world, but uManzimande turned a blind eye and said, Lalela, do not even think that you can call me ma or anything. I'm neither to you, okay? I am neither. And instructed uMabusi that maybe uMabusi should perhaps take back uNomkhosi to her room. But even that, you know, Manzimande was not happy and pleased with it, and she then says that maybe perhaps uNomkhosi will find her way. You know, she will walk by herself, she will do things by herself. What a sad story of uNomkhosi. It's very sad, guys. Are you all still hopeful that maybe one day uKhulekani uzobuya entabeni? Because I am still hopeful. Now uZamcolo decided to have a meeting one-on-one with uNdlovu, trying to convince uNdlovu that, you know what, he's starting to do, it's something that is very dangerous for him, and he should not even attempt to do it, as to, you know, it's just have bad consequences, it never yields good fruits, and uNdlovu will live to regret the fact that he ever attempted to be the next umkhululi. But ke uNdlovu kayizini akezwe bandla. I feel like usezanyiwe ngazo zonke indlela ekhona emhlabeni. Even uManzimande tried to warn uNdlovu, you know, Manzimande's husband tried to warn uNdlovu, not Manzimande's husband, mamzobe's husband, uPhakathwayo Wabe Umguni, has tried to warn uNdlovu, but shame bandla uNdlovu angazi, maybe ucabanga ngesisu. You know, when you're hungry you sometimes think with your stomach than your brains. So therefore ke uNdlovu lishi bandla yena icabangela ngesisu, akacabangi nje ngento eningi, ucabanga ngesisu sakhe. So it appears as if uNdlovu inkinga akanayo ni ncane. Anyway, I feel like this definitely does bring us to the end of the video. Now, if you do love and enjoy our videos, you will give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one when, of course, I am bringing you more reviews. And please do comment down below and tell us which other series you would like this channel to review. Till then, please do stay blessed, and I love you.